Uh-huh. Okay. Got it. Hold up. My vitamin D is how low? Wait a minute. Hey, it's your girl, your vegan friend, Johanna Earthly Ramos, back with another video. Well, as you all have already seen in the intro clip, today's video is about finding out that you have a vitamin D deficiency while being vegan. But before we go any further, do your vegan friend a solid. Be sure that you have clicked that subscribe button, that you have rang that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the amazing content that I will upload for you weekly. Finding out that I have a vitamin D deficiency, yeah, you saw my reaction to that. However, the good news is nature, as always, will win. So if you're interested in finding out more on how you can get a vitamin D deficiency while eating a vegan diet, or you're just interested in how I'm going to approach this thing as a whole, stay tuned. Every year since I decided to take on a vegan dietary lifestyle, I have gotten a full panel of blood work done to ensure that my body is responding properly to the dietary decision that I have chosen. That's very important. The 3 things I always recommend that you do whenever you want to change your dietary lifestyle is to consult your body, consult your physician, and consult your own beliefs. Those are the only ones that matter. Every year I've gotten a full panel of blood work done to be sure that all of my numbers are in order, and they have been amazing. For 5 years, I had that blood work done with my nurse practitioner. And then the last 2 years, I was not able to get a blood panel done because my husband and I both stepped away from corporate America at that time and opened our own business. And yeah, for shame how much a small business owner has to pay for healthcare coverage in this country. That's another video though. So in any case, we have gotten to a place now where we do have health coverage, and I was able to go and see my same nurse practitioner and get a blood panel done. You all saw when she called me back to give me the results of my full blood panel. Let me just say, you really need to find you a medical professional that you truly trust and who you know cares about what's important to you. We'll talk about that more in a bit. But having this conversation with her is just like, it's like having a conversation with a friend. She cares about me. She knows what's important to me. And that just makes me feel better with any approach that we take in my care. So if all of my blood panels have been so great, how in the world did I, your vegan friend, vegan of 8.5 years, end up with a vitamin D deficiency at this point within the last 2 years? It's surely when it had to happen. I got one word for you. The Pandorama. Yes, so that'll make more sense as I continue to tell you what exactly a vitamin D deficiency is, how it is gotten. You'll get what I mean by the Pandorama definitely caused it. I am a self-proclaimed and a self-crowned vitamin D snob. Vitamin D is actually known as the sunshine vitamin. Why? Because your body creates vitamin D when you're out in the sun. So magical. Our bodies were so brilliant. Everything that God created is so brilliant for it to work together. So if I'm a vitamin D snob, how did this happen to me? As a small business owner, not only are my husband and I the owners of the business, we are the employees. We are the businessman, okay? Yeah, we spent the majority of our hours, 12, 14-hour days inside of our juice bar. We would go to the market, pick up our produce, everything that we needed for that day, and come back into the building. And be in the back of the building, in the centermost part of the building, no windows, creating and cranking out our amazing product. And by the time we closed, it's time to go home, hopefully put something to eat in our bellies, and go to bed. As of August 1st of 2021, that business was open for 3 years. Not to mention, somewhere around 20 months ago, the world shut down, aka the Pandorama. We had to go inside. We were told not to go around large crowds. We live 7 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. The beaches were closed. That was the weirdest thing ever. How you gonna close God's beach? Well, they did. Stay in unless you absolutely have to go out. When you do go out, wear a mask. Okay. No one at our address was living in fear. We were living in God-given common sense and wisdom. I stayed my butt inside. Yes, I did. I stayed inside. I took the dogs for a walk twice a day. That's a normal part of our life. Obviously, because of how often we were inside working our business, even those dog walks became to no longer be enough. One of the things associated with a low vitamin D percentage is having darker skin. The sun powers the body by coming in through the skin and creating vitamin D, but the darker you are, the harder it is for it to get in. That's a blessing and a curse, right? Because of that, I now know I needed to be spending more time outside in my beloved sun. The people that are most at risk for a vitamin D deficiency are those who shun the sun, have a dairy allergy or dairy aversion, are those who follow a strict vegan diet. Don't shun the sun, but I sure was getting a lot less of it. I definitely do not fool with dairy. What does that leave? I follow a strict vegan diet. That, along with the Pandorama, is why I now have a vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D isn't abundant in food the way that most other vitamins are. You know, I'm always talking about eat the rainbow, right? Eat your medicine, drink your medicine. Vitamin D does occur naturally in some areas, but they're mostly animal sources like fish, fish oil, cow milk, cow liver, and egg yolks. No, thank you. Vitamin D does occur naturally in mushrooms. Mushrooms that are grown outside, that are able to receive the UV light from the sun, they are naturally fortified with vitamin D. That's fantastic. I love mushrooms. I eat them, but I don't eat them every day. Just like I'm sure that there are people who would not want to eat fish every single day to ensure that they got enough of that vitamin D from that animal. There are several soy milks, almond milk or oat milk, that are fortified with vitamin D, meaning it's been added. So there's an option also for plant-based eaters. There's also orange juice that has been fortified with vitamin D. That's not an option. Once you juice your own orange, you can't drink that stuff in the store no more. I ain't doing it. So as I said, our bodies naturally produce vitamin D with the help of the beautiful sun. And that is mostly D3. Bringing up the point that there are actually 2 types of vitamin D. All right, so if you're getting it from the sun, or if you're eating those other things, you're good to go, okay? You're getting the potent of the bestest. But for those of us that have found out that we may be deficient, when you purchase a supplement, there are 2 types of vitamin D. There's vitamin D2 and vitamin D3. This is very important because if you're in a plant-based lifestyle, this next part is something you definitely want to pay close attention to when you're reading labels or getting a prescription from a medical professional. Vitamin D2 is derived from plants. That means it is plant-based and vegan lifestyle approved. Vitamin D3 comes from animal sources. Yes, it is more potent, but you just need to be aware of where it is coming from. D2 and D3 have a slight difference, but what they do inside of the body is what vitamin D is supposed to do, and that is what counts. That brings me back to how important it is for you to have a medical professional in your life that you can trust, that truly knows what's important to you and cares about your body. My nurse practitioner, who, as I said, I've been with for several years, when we had this conversation, she told me, I'm going to send you in a prescription for vitamin D that I need you to take once a week. And I just said, okay. I didn't even think to ask her, wait, is it a D2 or a D3? It wasn't until the next day when my prescription was ready that I thought, oh, what vitamin D is she prescribing for me? So I knew it would be a little trouble to get her on the phone right away. So I called my pharmacist and I just asked, which vitamin D have I been prescribed? And he said, vitamin D2. I said, that is such great news. He was so shocked at my reaction. He's like, I don't get happy reactions too often in my line of work. Well, he got one that day. So I was happy to be the person that gave it to him, because that meant my medical professional remembered what my lifestyle is, remembered what's important to me, and made sure to prescribe me the vitamin D that was derived from plants. That's my girl. Why is vitamin D so important? I can give you 3 reasons that you need to be sure that your vitamin D levels are in a normal range. Number 1 is for bone health. As an adult, I definitely want to be sure that my bones are healthy and remain healthy and are not at risk for osteoporosis as I continue to age. Number 2, having a sufficient level of vitamin D is associated with lower risks of certain types of cancers. Period. Number 3, we need vitamin D for brain health. We want to ensure that our brains stay healthy and that we are not at risk for dementia, Alzheimer's, or other cognitive brain ailments. The normal range for vitamin D levels is around 30, anywhere between 20 to 40. So the sweet spot is 30. Do you want to know where my level is? I'll tell you. We're friends. 7.3. Yeah. After only 3 years. Yeah, so that leads me to something that I would love to share with you all, but you have to let me know in the comments if you're even interested. I would love to share with you how things change or what I notice while I am taking my prescribed vitamin D2 supplement. You gotta let me know in the comments below if you're interested. So I have my prescription here. Hubby picked it up for me. I haven't even opened it yet because I wanted to do this on camera with you guys. So let's see what we've got. All right, we have got a vitamin D2 supplement of 50,000 IUs. I am supposed to take one of these weekly. I like that already. I get the feeling that's also because she listens to me and she knows that I get my medicine from my food. So this is a little tricky, but it will be a win. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. I have 4 in here. They mean 1 a week. I have to go and get these every month, it looks like. All right, so take 1 capsule by mouth every week. Vitamin D2. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Green, like the plants I love. I will tell you this. I am not gonna take this until the morning because, I don't know, it's just how my husband and I both are. If we have to take a medicine or a vitamin, a supplement, a probiotic, look, we want to be fully aware of how it is affecting our bodies. So I guess you will have to either be sure you're following me on social media, on Instagram, to see me take this tomorrow, or yeah, if you all let me know in the comments that you want me to keep you updated after a month, I'll be sure to let you know all about this supplement. So there we have it. This vegan with the vitamin D deficiency. Your vegan friend temporarily has a vitamin D deficiency. There it is. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, that you got something useful from it. If not for yourself, maybe someone that you know will benefit from this. So be sure that you pay your fare before you leave here. Make sure that you are subscribed, that you like this video, that you leave me a comment below, even if it is a green heart, just letting me know how much you love the content, and share it on your social media platforms so that your peeps know about your vegan friend. I have a few more spots to be other people's vegan friends too. I love y'all for real and for free, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.